My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakia Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. Welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Bree. I, as promised, recorded this immediately after I recorded the one on Saturday, so I don't know what I actually ended up recording yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed whatever it was. Also, I used to have my microphone at 96% volume, but the problem was it was made me quite quiet on Discord, and I had myself on Discord as high as I could go. So I've raised my mic back to 100, so do let me know if I'm now outrageously loud, because I can just move the mic away from me a bit, which solves that problem. But otherwise, let's crack on with Bree then, shall we? Captain Derverin, I've already saved it, so in we go. At the very end of the last episode, I was mentioning about being angry about something, and that made me think about on Friday morning when I was driving to work. I have to go through a crossroads in the town in which I work, and it's controlled by traffic lights. And I was at the front of the lights, and I was watching a car who came down from the other way, and he had two bikes in front of him, and the bikes knew where they were going, but he changed his mind halfway across the crossroads. He suddenly decided he didn't want to go left and he wanted to go straight on, which was very peculiar to watch. And I got a little caught up in this because he almost hit the bikes, and maybe I am horrendously cynical, but there's that little bit of you that's like, oh yeah, go on, hit them, I want to see what it looks like. But of course, I'm not wishing death or ill upon these people, and they wouldn't have died. He was doing about 5 miles an hour. He would have just knocked them, and then they would have had a little bit of a Barney, and that would have been interesting to see. So I was caught up in this event with these bikes and this car. It was a nice car as well. It was a Mercedes, and quite a nice one. I work in a very, very affluent village, and it's filled with what I would call, or the Americans call, soccer mums, and unfortunately that term has crept over. But basically it's filled with people whose husbands earn a great deal of money, 6-figure salaries and above, and the wives stay at home. They go out for brunch and tea with their friends, and they're all incredibly in shape because they just spend their lives working out, raising their child and spending their husband's money. And that is basically the village in which I work, summed up to a T. So all of the cars are quite nice, and there's a lot of people that are into hardcore cycling. They've all got their Lycra and all their £1,000 bikes, and they ride them enough to make it worth it, I suppose. Anyway, that's not the point. So I was watching this unfold, and it meant that I didn't go when the lights turned green. The lights had literally just turned green, and the woman in the car behind me beeped her horn. Now, I am incredibly non-confrontational. You can't get anywhere in life by being angry, apart from possibly in restaurants. But even then, you can still get more by being nice. Being nice to people is the best way of getting what you want. Spoken with years of retail experience, just general life experience. Angry people are always just a pain. They're annoying. You're never going to want to do anything for them. So she beeped at me quite aggressively a couple of times, and literally I just missed the change from amber to green, and that was it. I was like keeping her up by about less than a second, and she beeped straight away. And I looked in the mirror, and I thought, all right, she's beeped, so I started pulling away. But then when I looked in the mirror and saw how outrageously angry she was literally hitting her own steering wheel, and the expletives that were quite clearly obvious by reading her lips from the mirror. She had quite a few words to say about me not moving at the traffic lights. And unfortunately, I'm the kind of real-life troll that doesn't take too kindly to this. So as I was pulling away and then noticed how angry she was, naturally, I then stopped for absolutely no reason on the crossroads. And she just exploded. She went mental in the car. It looked like she was trying to kill the steering wheel. It was so funny. I had such a cracking morning out of it. And I do things like that quite a lot with driving, actually. I'm afraid I am a bit of a... I'm a very good driver if I don't say so myself. In fact, Jess often tells me that I'm so big-headed about my driving. But I would consider myself a reasonably good driver, and I'm very good at parking, always have been. Got quite a knack for parking. But there are certain things that other people do when it's not how you're meant to use the road that really bothers me. And the number one thing that grates on all drivers, of course, is middle lane drivers on the motorway. People that stay in the middle lane even though they're not overtaking anyone on the farthest left or farthest right if you live in a country that follows Napoleon. And My favourite tactic, if the motorway is reasonably clear, which it often is with these middle lane drivers, is I tend to then go into the furthest lane on the right, overtake the driver, then move back into the lane in front of them, and then slow down quite substantially until they then feel the need to move over into the lane to overtake me. At which point, of course, I then put my foot down and accelerate very far away from them. So then they move back into the middle lane again. And I repeat this process until they realise what I'm doing is trolling them and they should move over. And another way of the other method that you can adopt to stop drivers doing this is go round them. Quite literally go round them in circles. So come up upon the driver who's middle laning and move into the fastest lane and overtake them. Move into the middle lane, but then move back into the slow lane, slow down again, and then go round them again, and repeat this to continue a circle around the driver until he realises that he should not be in the middle lane. And that is a tactic I readily employ. I thoroughly enjoy annoying other drivers with minor little things that you can do on the road. Oh dear. I quite enjoy driving, actually. I always have done. I've been driving for quite some time now. But that is totally unrelated to what we're doing here. But as this is just another routine, our general beats everyone. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Accept all the proposals from last time. Of course, as I say, I've recorded this immediately after the last one. So I didn't see what any of you wrote to my last episode. So if it's outcry again. The thing that got me with the outcry, sorry to labour on about it. But the thing that got me the most was people were annoyed with it, yes. But quite a lot of people then said, well, that's it, I'm not going to download version 2 now. And it's like, come on. I can't have ruined the game that much by just taking away the power of your bodyguard units. I mean, do me a favour.
Behold how the
oh, they ran before we even got there.
Vanquished.
Oh, the archers.
Great victory.
Tyrion. The city of Tyrion. Is it Tyrion or is it Tuna? There's a hill and there's a city. One's called Tyrion, one's called Tuna. I think it's Tyrion upon the hill of Tuna. That's the image that you're currently looking at, by the way. That made no sense, I realise. Context would be useful.
Glory, honor, victory. A most noble conquest.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Cor Willishar is a Wildmen castle. No, I think that is what the Wildmen Castle is. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. This is the game where we're supposed to be showing off the Europa Barbarum Wildmen villages and towns and stuff. But I think the castle remains unchanged when it's a keep. And it's when it upgrades to a castle that it then gets the look that I want to show you all. Certainly, any of the Dunlending towns, if we attack them, as soon as we attack them, we should get the new settlements. And if we don't, then I tested it before I did it though, so I can only think that that is supposed to be how it is. That is correct. Is the word I'm looking for there. That battle map was the battle map it should be. We'll see. It looks a little bit like Angmar might cut through and come for us. I just thought as well. I've known them to do it in the past. Should we get a smoking house? Yeah, it gives us an extra bit of income. Why the hell not? It's an extra 5 gold. It's not all that much, but it's extra gold, so... Can we build a... No, of course, the Mason's Hall, I don't believe, is available. Oh, and the Garrison Hall. I fixed that bug as well, but it won't... I didn't copy it into this one, so it doesn't take effect. Castle Hall. Ah, so there isn't a Mason's building. Master Builders, yes there is. So... Is it not available to the next tier? Is that what I'm seeing there? Master Builders. Mason's Hall needs a castle. Right. So I have to upgrade the... Oh, and it's got so long to go. Get me a road. Roads are always good money makers. I don't think he's going to have enough people to take Under Towers. What about that? People I just trained in Bree, actually. Can you guys come with us? Yeah. So the whole garrison of Arquette.
By your command.
And you.
As you wish.
Captain Archie, make your way to Under Towers.
By your command.
Whereupon you will meet up with Ed.
My lord.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands. With honor.
Cor Willishar. Oh, I'm very concerned now that that is a bug and I've not implemented the castle properly for certain nations. Or the keep, sorry. Mason's Hall in Grep's Watch, please. We're probably going to have to fight Dunland again in a moment, so stay tuned for battle number, what will it be, 4, 5? Move over there. What do we want from this castle? You're an actual castle as well, which is good. So you've already got the Mason's Hall. Ah, good. I was worried that the castle wouldn't be able to be built until you have the Mason's Hall, but that's not the case. We can't go any higher than that, though. Bree are locked out at castles, so we'll never be able to upgrade this. But if you can, I would like roads again. Or dirt paths, sorry. Where's our Diplo? There he is. Leo.
Yes, my lord.
Talk to
Good to
Valdeglerian.
see you, my friend. How can we help?
I would like map info if you're game.
I must say, we are not
156 don't go on then, what the hell.
And
Three Havens. And Linden aren't really doing out, but we're about to meet them at Under Towers, so. There's Linden's flag, courtesy of the banner mod. Oh, banner mod! Yes, sorry, Lord of Links. I totally forgot to mention it. Is it present in this one? I can't remember. Yes, it is. Lord of Links has created a new runic banner symbol, and it's a dragon, a golden dragon, on the flag. And it looks good, doesn't it? So that's the new banner symbol for Rune, courtesy of Lord of Links. When we reach... normally at turn 50, I toggle Fog of War to see what's happening. So we've got a bit more time to go yet. But much is going on behind the scenes, and it's very good fun. I'm looking forward to getting version 2 out because a big problem that we currently have is that version 1.2, the actual download for version 1.2, installs slightly differently to the other 2 files that are needed to install DaC. And it is a huge cause of people getting crashes. We're getting a lot of bug reports that are fixed in version 1.2 that people have not got because they've not installed version 1.2 properly. So it's a real pain. Of course, you'd like to. It is our own fault because as much as you'd like to think that the person should at least read the many warnings that we wrote into the installation process that say that it installs differently to the other parts of this, and please read, otherwise you won't know how to download and install it. You'd like to think that people read those, but they don't. They just think it's going to happen. It's going to work exactly the same as the others worked, and of course it doesn't. So then version 2's fixes don't get into their games, and so there are bugs and problems and whatnot. Oh, only 2 turns. Let's start saving some money so we can train the Dunedain. And Fornos is under attack by Angmar. We might be able to see the battle map. I don't really have the forces to go up and take it yet, actually. And bloody Enid Wythe haven't lost Mengelen, have they? Come on, Barrow-wights, get involved.
I respect you, my enemy.
Your orders, my lord.
Argond only gets 1 free upkeep. What's the thing that gives us free upkeep? A meeting hall. Get that after the roads. 8 more turns on Tharbad before we need to... Why have you got there and back again? Oh, that's the one that's actually given to the heir. We don't have one that allows you to select your next heir.
My lord. As you wish.
Is that a Dunland? Oh no. Captain Falthor. Cardland Riders, Dunedain Wardens. He's got the lot. Are we at an end turn there?
Yes, my lord.
We just beat Enid Wythe to call Willishar. Look at that. There you go. I've built some roads for you to sod off. Of course, we'll only use Enid Wythe up until the point that they are no longer of use and we can crush them beneath us. Our key adversaries are going to be Angmar. Even though we've gone 24 turns and we've barely even seen them, they will be a main enemy of us because without player intervention, the Northern Dunedain fall. Or, if the Northern Dunedain can just hold on enough until the Blue Mountains dwarves arrive, then we won't have to bother with Angmar. But the likelihood is, we will have to bother with Angmar.
A mighty host. We shall
Yes! Enid Wythe has gone to war with Dunland. Our plans now come to... Look how many units we can train there, Jesus. Our plans are coming to fruition. How much money are we making? 6,000, so you can get those 2, that's not a problem. We need that so that we get the Woodland Hunters for free. I think I've removed the building cost. I need to remove that text from there. That's another thing I keep forgetting to write down, so I keep forgetting. Michael Delving, what can you give me now that's monetarily? Can you actually upgrade? You can go up more than one, can't you? You can't go to city, but you can go to large town. So I will take one of them. But that'll be all we'll build because we do need to train those two. 800 and 850. Oh, we have more than enough. We could probably build something else. Do you want to build that? 950? It's not the best thing to build. Ah, Grep's Watch. That's a culture increase building. You don't need that. You, for 400, you give a bit of gold.
My lord.
I suppose we could attack them. Ah, but look, the Dunedain are on our side at the moment. If I attack him there, it means we've got to displace the Dunedain. Oh, we can't do that, yeah.
By your command.
There we are. That's the best I can get.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. This tower
Fosca, who
will
looks
keep
identical
vigil
to
over the
Grep,
lands.
is
My lord.
building towers for us. And we'll continue to do so, actually, because when we do eventually turn against Enedwath, they're going to want to be able to see these regions. So get out there, continue building stuff.
Yes,
That's
my
another end turn, I believe. I'm getting very... I'm starting to be of a mind, moderators of Discord, to open the Discord out to basically just include anyone. I know we go on and on and on about people being inactive, but I just think that's never going... We're never going to stop that. And if people want to find a way that they can chat more with myself, the Discord is the best way, because it allows me to restrict certain things. I'm not flooded with messages or anything. Oh, what a terribly small army. Why have you done that? What madness is this? That's a pitiful army.
We attack.
Oh, the Dunedain have buggered off. We could have had allies. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered, would it? Because this battle map, they probably wouldn't have even made it to us in time. Start deployment. Business as usual. Pick up your bows, countrymen. Now, the pitiful army that is coming against us, to use that word again, really is. Look, I mean, what are they hoping to do with this? They're never going to get across the bridge with this army. It's going to be just a slaughter, basically. So, as usual, hobbits in front, archers behind. Hobbitry in arms! Give them all a bit more room this time, though, so they're not all shooting each other. What's the command for that? Y. Lumbermen. Let's put the lumbermen out of the way. I'm pretty sure the lumbermen are dying more to arrows in the back of the head than they are to the enemy attacking them. Everyone arrives. Feel free to fire at will, men. Bring down our foes with surety, accuracy, ferocity. Men of Dunland surge across the bridge, trying to avoid the arrow fire whistling in from their flank. They are totally unprotected, save for tiny shields that barely even cover their midriff. They begin asking themselves, why? Why do we hate these people? They have done nothing to us. They farm. They sell us fine produce. Why does Isengard, our mighty and noble leader, we daren't question him, but why does he hate this common folk? Why must we charge against Bree? We share a common bloodline, for Christ's sake. Christ doesn't exist in this universe. We share a common bloodline for Eru's sake. But the Westron defenders, stout defenders of Tharbad, they ask no such questions. They ask, where is the next man and how will he die? Let's speed it up though, because we've seen this battle now a million times. There we are. Everyone have a rock ready! And they're bugging out already. It's so useful having a unit that you just do not need to care about. Like, throw your stones at our defenders. I'm not bothered, lads. Those guys there have nice shields, though, don't they? The Dunending Warband. They're Dunnen's first dependable unit, and that's a cool shield. I really like tower shields. I'm so biased. I really like tower shields. I don't care if they're impractical, if they're not actually that good, if no one really ever actually used them. I just think they look so good. Although the Romans had a pretty big shield, didn't they? Covered most of a man. Or is that kind of the limit then? All the of historic persuasion? Is the Roman shield kind of the largest size shield that a human could use before it just became impossible to wield? How about if I move you over there like that? Now you're perfectly hitting them in the side. Oh, they're running away. Oh, and you've stopped. Whoops. Whoops! They're going to have the highest kill again, aren't they? Hit the warband if you can, yeah. Sorry. Oh, sorry, caught me by surprise. Slow but reasonably successful killers, that one damaged stone. As it whistles in from the flanks. Oh, he blocked it. He blocked it. Oh, but the general goes down to Hobbit stones. Captain Karen. It's not long out. Come out of that, come out of that. In we go. And down they go. I'm surprised they don't run away though.
Clear victory.
86 again. 235 wooden hunters. Watch sure it's only 163 this time. There stands Ulmo, Lord of the Waters. An artist's interpretation of. Kill them all. Can you give us a break, Dunland? Yes, they are going to give us a break. We can get our troops into the city. We can finish building the farm.
Your orders, my lord.
I just want to feed my people.
As you command.
Oh, we might attack them straight away. Who are we? Oh, no, loads of bandits. What's our army?
Yes, my lord.
Archers, good. Bree built a grain exchange. Before we do anything, queue up our Dunedain. Oh, they're going to take so long. 5 turns. Arquette, why are you such a crappy little village? Let's squeeze in the armory while we're there. Get more in Bree, just in cases. Grep's Watch can get us some pikemen. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to some pikemen. What's our money situation? 4,000. Grep's Watch is has quite a few monetary options, actually, isn't it? Argon got dirt parts and is building a meeting hall. Nanoled farm again. That's another one. It's already a town. Grep's Watch is a large town. Jesus, no wonder it's so useful. And I'd like free upkeep here, so we're going to need a meeting hall for that. And train some militia. Because we can't actually get woodland men here. It's not a woodland province. Right. Fosco.
Your orders, my lord.
On his way for the towers.
I have
Some
nothing
bandits over
to
there.
say to you. Orders. As you
Do we
wish.
want to merge these and these? Yeah, go on then. 7 of them remain. Anything to do with them? Nothing really. Although they've earned leaving, haven't they? So we can't build them there either. Return to our capital
Your
city.
will, my lord. By your command.
I don't know why it's telling me I can retrain them, because I quite clearly can't. We can't yet even recruit them. So why we can retrain them? It's beyond me. Northern Dúnedain managed to hold on, or Angmar back. I like that Fornost. It's totally inspired by the Battle for Middle-earth Fornost, which is a square. Which is why it is a square. But I believe we can end the turn there. As we begin our way to Dúnedain, they will return to avenge Brathor. Brathor of the Dúnedain, who died in service to the free peoples of Eriador. No, thank you. Ah, yes, please. Ah, yes, and we can even do it. Yes. Oh, balls. Angmar are good, though. Royal Tharbad got some land clearance, so can finally recruit them. Or retrain. Ah, they go free upkeep then. Royal Tharbad is the castle side. Oh, this is good news indeed. But whilst we've got a little bit of a lull, let's just jump across and take normal Tharbad, shall we?
We shall engage.
Me thinks that perhaps the
Your orders, without question.
Ennard Wythe might have reared
Yes,
their head, and that's why
tomorrow's
Dunland
journey
has
planned
basically buggered off. I wonder if they built the garrison building, so we get to do a little bit of a test on it.
As you wish. March to exhaustion. Continue.
Oh dear, that's so much in their favour now. They can even train troops there.
I would fight for your people as if they were
They
my
were my own
friend.
friend. We're still making money. Oh, Angmar are coming, so these Dúnedain might be needed. So Bree, throw in... Oh, hobbits, yes. I could do with the general, though. Oh, Fosco, once you finish building
Yes, my
towers, I have a job for you, mate.
Honor. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
But you can build some
Yes.
towers in 5 turns and get back, I think. Ah, look, they're training. They're training. So those guys can also go back and retrain and be part of the army.
Yes. We can go no further.
Got the
today.
time, haven't we? We've got the time to get them there. I also will take you away, actually, so don't bother retraining them. Oh, no, do, because they can be retrained here. That saves it. That's one less that needs to be retrained in Bree, isn't it? Righty-ho, when I end this turn, the bandits are going to attack us. Let's watch out for that.
Yes, my lord.
I wonder if Ennard Wythe got the central province of Bregost. Is it Bregost? Yeah, I think it's Bregost. Which is just to the northeast of the Atlas symbol on the map. There's a little bit of grey. You can just see... there's my green ends, and then there's a bit of grey. But I wonder if Ennard Wythe have taken that yet. Thus rendering it not grey. Ah, but the bandits, as expected. For under towers to fall, we must kill vagabonds. Captain Billy. 5 units of bandits.
Muster your courage.
Now, what I'm
men.
about to do to these
We
bandits...
march
This is,
into battle.
to be honest, this is actually another feature of why nerfing the cavalry bodyguards is not necessarily that important. It's because the rebel units that you can abuse with the cycle charging will all soon be much stronger and thus much harder to abuse. Because the bandits, of course, are going to be buffed. Because they are the generic bodyguards, so they're going to be improved. And the fort units are also going to be improved in clever ways. Clever ways that would mean that archers are nowhere near as effective against them. So, having nerfed cavalry bodyguards isn't all that important against the rebel units, but it's against the trash units of the other nations that's the problem. So, we shall see. Please start shooting them, though, if you could, because... Or, I mean, yeah, and then everyone just fire
The
at
battle is
one
very
bloody
much in
unit.
our favour.
Jesus.
Victory will be ours.
Shoot them.
Only
Yeah.
half the enemy force remains.
Bandits don't have very good anti-archer armor.
Good tidings. The enemy general
There we
lies
are.
dead.
This one's over. Not much longer. Archers, finish them. Where are we fighting this battle? Under towers. I thought the Hobbit villages used to have a unique battle map, but I must have been mistaken. No, I'm sure they did. I am so sure they used to have a unique battle map with a twist in a town or something. I've got a base copy of Third Age. I'll have a look actually, see if we can add that in. Although Hobbiton uses it, doesn't it? Oh no, but then we can easily just set different nations to set the different villages. That's not a problem. Although we will eventually run out of custom settlement slots. Now you attack me, guys, so come out here. Take away these big buildings, and this isn't a bad Hobbit village, really. It's just a normal village, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. Here they come. Archers are aiming. And they're dead. Send in Ed. Ed! I have a task for you. Two uppity bandits think they're going to take our whole army down.
The enemy
And it's over.
This is a clear victory.
Oh, pretty even stats across the board there, to be honest. 153, 151, 124, 154. Archer militia with the worst. Not surprising. They fire slower and they have less damage. As I say, I will end the episode there. Once we get round to our turn, I'll do the necessary bits for our turn. Then we shall end it.
Glory, honor, victory! My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
Oh. You have got to be joking me. We just got a free unit of Dunedain Wardens. Yes, son. And Merchant Militia are available. Oh, it's all coming together now, isn't it? Yeah, screw that. Let's get barracks. Armor upgrades, please. And it builds in one turn. How good is that? Oh, Angmar are here. They're in our lands. Bastards. Corwillisharp built land clearance. And from that, we will take a meeting hall. Do I need a meeting hall? 19 turns. Christ alive. That's ages away. I don't need a meeting hall in Corwillisharp. It's of no use to me. Only 110 on the mines. It's not that great, is it? Just get a leather tanner for now.
Your orders, my lord.
Fosco over here. I'll tell you what I will do, actually. Extend the episode ever so slightly. And I will toggle Fog of War. We're not at turn 30 nor turn 50, but we're at the end of a turn, and that's always a good point to see what the world looks like. Cannot upgrade to city. Interesting. I wonder if that is true or if that's just a bug. As in, will it go to a large town or will it not actually go to a town? Is the text the bug? Because it's definitely restricted, but it's whether or not the text is the bug or... Because I just can't remember. Although, hang on. Emun Baride is a totally unique building. This Emun Baride building. The Shire there is a different building from this Shire, as is evidenced by the picture. They're actually different buildings. So those three have a different version of the Shire to that one's version of the Shire. And that, interestingly, is actually just a picture of England. Oh, our green and pleasant land. Righty here. Oh, there's Gandalf. Right, so that's going to conclude our campaign episode. But I will toggle Fog of War and just see what the world looks like. But try not to pay attention because we we don't want to cheat. But we'll start over here and have a little look, because let's not forget that these are currently test campaigns of version 2 that you are seeing at the moment. They're not just YouTube campaigns. So Rune has not yet managed to take Lest. Turn 28. Dorwinion is snowballing hard. That's good news. But Dale have been totally trapped in. They're surrounded by allies and they have nowhere to go. Interesting that they've not gone south. The elves have, though. Dol Guldur actually doing very well. Very well indeed. Taking quite a lot of Roskabel. They've even taken Dwinberg. So, oh, look, yeah, Jesus. With the support of the Misty Mountains, the Anduin are down to 4 settlements. Framsberg, Meithelberg, Sellerberg and Leotholt. Dale needs to get involved there, who have taken Witherboard, thus cutting the dwarves off from the west as normal. So the dwarves are going to be key players in the battle against Rune soon. So Rune needs to step it up because they got Dorwinion really playing strong. Down a little more in the south, Isengard are doing well, but Gondor have taken Boulogne. I don't want to look at Enedwaith and Dundon. I'm trying to ignore them. Dol Amroth going hard. Gobel Mirlond has fallen to the Variags, of all people. That's an interesting one. Umbar, as usual, not really doing anything, even though they're now bored of that. Although Umbar have taken and Carragmere still. Harad, though, have taken Sayakan. No one, for some reason, have taken Stilutz. Oh, that's because of the canned script. Remember, the canned script's actually bugged, so that's not what's going to be like in your games. But Can lost their capital, and Palatar and Palando and Alatar are here, but they bug out and they don't ever do anything, so the town just remains rebel forever. Maybe Harad will go in and nip it, I don't know. But Cand pressing up the centre there, coming in on Gondor, who are holding Mordor quite nicely. Holding Mordor very well, in fact. But Gondor and Isengard surely are at war. No, they're not. Only Rohan and Enedwaith. Interesting. Rohan not really doing out. The Elite Dwarf has made a new version of Helm's Deep, by the way. You'll get to see that possibly in the canned overview. Khazad-dûm staying in Khazad-dûm. Misty Mountain's keeping them in check. Imladris not doing anything. And Angmar really are doing very well. No wonder they're besieging these two. They surround them. They've gone and taken Karas Kalanen. Christ. They're going to be knocking on our door soon. But they have just made a border with the elves. So we'll see if that comes of anything. The dwarves in Faham, Gatholga, Huzanar and Thorin's Halls not doing anything of note. They have managed to take Garth Helagoth, though, which has a huge garrison to try and stop them. Same with Oskelon. Giving Angmar just that bit of time to gain some strength. So Angmar need to actually do better. You might think that they're doing really well and it's not looking good for us, but they actually need to be doing better, because as soon as Ered Luin drop Gelon, the storm will come and Angmar will crumble. But it's looking good for 28 turns. Barring Sturlatz Cand, there's still some rebel provinces, which is good. Varfest, that's nice. That's meant to be rebel for a while. Rune is supposed to get that, and they are trying to. Are Rune actually at war with Dorwinion? Yes, they are. So it's just really if the dwarves can take Skarn, then they'll get involved there. And Dorwinion are doing so well, but they're not pushing on Rune at all. There's like a sort of gentleman's agreement to mop up all the rebel provinces before it all kicks off. Lothlorien have taken a Draichan, but otherwise nothing there. And interestingly, there's been no invasion. Am I correct in thinking that? Sometimes the invasions are delayed, and I have no idea what causes it. But sometimes you might even wait till the 80th odd turn before the first invasion comes in. And as I say, I don't know how they're controlled. What makes him sometimes go at turn 15 and sometimes go straight away. And in answer to my question, no. No one has taken Nelchlun, which is that region there, obviously, where the town is called Bregost. But for now, that will conclude. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing as Bree. I'd in fact like to continue, but there are other games and bits and bobs I want to get on with on this Friday afternoon, although you're watching this on a Monday. So until we speak again, dear friends, Nevar na den Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.